got no plans at all. Evil man's always transcending. Fighter like sheep, swallow everything. Always simpletons or pretending.
It's your moment of clarity from LeeCamp.net. The other day I was about to buy a shirt and a friend said to me, "Don't buy those. Those are made by child laborers over in some awful sweatshop in dreadful conditions." And I had that moment. We always have that moment where you try and still justify buying the product. You know, I thought to myself, well, he didn't even write "help me" on the back. He's not even trying, you know? Give me a telephone number, a map, a riddle, something. How am I going to find you, little buddy? But I'm afraid our apathy is so immense that you could have "help me" shirts on the streets on a regular basis and people would still walk around with smiles on their faces who's just going, "Oh, you got the "help me" shirt? That's great. I got the "I'm hungry" hoodie. Yeah, and my shoes are made by "my fingers hurt." And my cap is made by "go fuck yourselves, you fat, stupid Westerners. I gave this baseball hat crabs." This is actually happening. You might have heard last year a Kmart Halloween decoration was found to include a "please help us" note from a prison laborer in China. You know what his vicious crime was that required him to be put in a slave camp? He belonged to the wrong religion. And did that note stop people from buying the decorations? Did it stop people from going to Walmart or Kmart or whatever the fuck mart it was? No, it didn't. I think just Hallmark came out with a card that said, "Thank you, slave laborer, for making these decorations. They kick ass. Go team." That's the free market solution, right? And slave labor is only one of the issues that are involved in the making of your favorite products. As you probably know, a factory in Bangladesh collapsed recently, killing over 1,100 workers. Now, many well-known U.S. brands are refusing to sign a safety agreement that simply insists on safe working conditions for the workers. Which is weird because I feel like workers do their best work when a building hasn't collapsed on top of them. They always seem to work better without the building collapsing. I mean, it's probably a placebo effect, honestly. They probably the building collapses and they think to themselves, "Oh, people with buildings on top of them don't work as much, so I feel like I can't work." You know, it's probably more in their head, but still. The brands refusing to agree to safe buildings are Walmart, Gap, Macy's, Sears, Kmart, JCPenney, Target, American Eagle, Foot Locker, and many more. I'm not trying to argue that you should never buy clothes made outside the U.S. That's pretty much not a possibility unless you're Amish or only dress in potato sacks and fishnets. And come to think of it, even the potato sack's probably made in China. Anyway, I'm just saying, why don't we pay attention to the biggest clothing brands and how they treat their workers? It probably wouldn't take much pressure at all to get a corporation like Target to give a shit about their workers, to realize it's in their benefit to sign the safety agreement. And if that fails, let's just send some of our children over to the sweatshop to teach the Chinese kids how to be lazy little assholes. And then the boss would be like, "Make those shoes." And the kids would be like, "Oh, bite me, bitch. I still have 3 hours left on Call of Duty to play, so settle your ass down. I'll sew those shoes when I'm goddamn well ready, or I'll break that shoe off in your ass." BT dubs, you're not my real dad. That's been your moment of clarity from LeeCamp.net. There are many petitions you can sign online about this matter. I have one in the description by a young lady named Lovely, who lives in Bangladesh, and she's asking Walmart and Gap to sign the safety agreement. Check it out. In other news, I have live shows coming up in Asheville, North Carolina, Portland, Maine, Montreal, Canada, and Edinburgh, Scotland. Details are at LeeCamp.net. This song here at the end is called "Stolen," and I'm playing it with permission, I didn't steal it, from the Australian band Jack Counteract. Their link is in the description. Thanks a lot. Bye.